In this episode, we are going to cover the top 10 craziest stories of John McAfee. A mystery seemed to always surround John McAfee. In the computer industry, he established himself as a cybersecurity pioneer by creating one of the largest antivirus firms to date. Nevertheless, it was what transpired after this period in his life that propelled him into the public eye. The 10th most crazy John McAfee story. Is John McAfee really dead? John McAfee's death is equally as mysterious as his life was tumultuous. Was the 75-year-old software tycoon killed, or did he hang himself in a prison in Barcelona? It's also possible that he deceived us all and is still alive today. The 9th most crazy John McAfee story. Was he a conspiracy theorist or have insider knowledge? According to John McAfee, who said that the jihadis want to knock down the internet and cause a global breakdown of services. Jihadists have developed a sophisticated mobile phone application that allows any of their insane followers to carry out lethal cyber attacks. The computer security expert who developed the McAfee Antivirus software estimates that 15 to 25% of the world's 1.6 billion Muslims are extremists. This implies that ISIS may have an army of 400 million ardent followers at its disposal who are prepared to conduct assaults at any time. The 8th most crazy John McAfee story. Was he as good as James Bond 007? John McAfee alleges to have spied on the government of Belize. But is John McAfee's story of his time spent working as a spymaster in Belize true or not? He came up with a plan to give laptops with keystroke software to Belizean government workers. He established a network of 29 operatives to keep an eye on the computers for information he could use as leverage at any moment. Do you think he was capable of being the spy he claimed he was? The 7th most crazy John McAfee story. Bath salt genius or madman? John apparently finds MDPV, the active component of what are now referred to as bath salts, when he is in Belize and enjoys it. However, eventually the market changes and the quality of commercially available MDPV declines. As a result, John decides to create his own premium MDPV. He bought a lab and started to produce his own brand of drugs. That's right, he starts creating the crack version of bath salts. The same stuff that makes people want to eat your face off. He has his 17-year-old girlfriend start posting in drug forums in search of suggestions and guidance in his quest to create the most powerful face-eating zombie powder. The 6th most crazy John McAfee story. Academy Award actor. John McAfee said that while in custody in Guatemala, he pretended to have a heart attack in order to buy time for his lawyer to submit a number of appeals, which finally stopped his deportation to Belize and accelerated the government's decision to deport him back to the United States. Guess what? It succeeded. The 5th most crazy John McAfee story. Was he a serious presidential candidate? The 2016 and 2020 presidential elections saw John McAfee, America's favorite gun-toting antivirus tycoon, run for president. The Cyber Party's official nominee for President of the United States in 2016 is McAfee. Later, he decided to join the Libertarian Party. When he ran for office, his polling consistently placed him among the top contenders for the party. He participated in the Libertarian Party's first presidential debate that was broadcast nationwide on March 29, 2016. He ran alongside libertarian activist, photographer, and commercial real estate broker Judd Weiss. The 4th most crazy John McAfee story. Was he a Bitcoin scam artist? A Bitcoin would cost $500,000 in 3 years. McAfee said in a tweet from July 2017. If not, on public television, I will let everybody watch me eat my own dick. He said that by the end of 2020, he estimated the cost will be $1 million. However, in January 2020, he said that his predictions were a gimmick to recruit new users, and that Bitcoin has little promise since it is an outdated technology. The third most crazy John McAfee story. Is it illegal to pay taxes in America? McAfee stated that he hadn't filed a tax return since 2010. He said he didn't file taxes because it was illegal to do so. He then stated that he was considered a priority target by the Internal Revenue Service. In January 2019, McAfee declared that he was evading American law enforcement and living abroad on a boat. A grand jury was called to investigate him, his wife, and 4 of his staff members for the 2020 Libertarian Party presidential primary on charges of tax evasion. On October 5, 2020, at the request of the U.S. Department of Justice, McAfee was arrested in Spain for tax evasion. Did he seriously think he would be able to throw that in the IRS's face and get away with it? The second most crazy John McAfee story. He was a yoga guru. In 2000, McAfee bought 157 acres in New Mexico and 290 acres in Colorado, where he built a yoga retreat. McAfee had an almost cult-like following and was regarded as a spiritual guru. But in 2008, the financial crash finally caught up with him. From $100 million to $4 million, his wealth plummeted. This is the beginning of the end, and what motivates the relocation to Belize. The number 1 most crazy John McAfee story. Was he a stone-cold killer? John McAfee had a neighbor named Gregory Fall. McAfee and Fall got into a heated disagreement about one of McAfee's dogs attacking Fall's shoulder bird, which was constantly with him. Fall was shot in the head while at home, and there were no traces of forced entry. The inquiry swiftly identified McAfee as a person of interest. McAfee said he was compelled to flee the area. According to McAfee, he left Belize because he feared that if he remained a suspect in the investigation, he would be killed or subjected to torture. Even though McAfee was compelled to pay $25 million in a wrongful death lawsuit, he was never really charged with any crimes in the nation in relation to Fall's death. McAfee has always denied having any involvement in the crime itself. The family of Fall sued McAfee for wrongful death in the United States, claiming that McAfee had paid a local to assassinate Fall. Over $25 million, $20 million in damages, $5 million in mental anguish compensation, and $8,400 in funeral expenses were required to be paid by McAfee to Fall's estate. McAfee refused to comply. This concludes the top 10 craziest John McAfee stories. Thanks for sticking with us, and we hope you liked the list. If you enjoyed this top 10 video, please like,